I was so embarrassed when we left the hospital and I realized that I was completely unprepared to be a dad. But doing this one thing has kept my wife and I from divorce and given us a family that is strong and powerful. When we got home from the hospital, I realized that we had prepared so much. We had all the gear, the nursery was ready, we'd read all the books for labor and delivery, but we had no idea, I had no idea truly what it meant to be a dad. I was not ready for newborn care, none of that stuff. And it was a really confronting thing that I don't think hardly any dads are prepared for and taught growing up, which is to admit the fact that you might not be as confident or prepared or knowledgeable as you feel like you should pretend to be to everybody else. And that was certainly the case with me. And it was admitting the fact that I didn't know that was a massive game changer that allowed me to soften. It allowed me to come out of fight or flight. And it allowed my wife and I to have those conversations that are super important in terms of what is your game plan? What are your roles? And then for her to then feel like I'm emotionally open enough, vulnerable enough, not fearful and worried and stressed, so that she can then tell me what she needs. How can I support? How can I take the load off of her plate? How can I show up better for her and take care of baby better? It requires that shift of being willing to learn, willing to go into that territory that can feel like you're showing weakness, which can feel so embarrassing and scary for men, but which allows you then to learn, to get better, to support them. So guys, please do not fall into that anger guilt trap where you are angry or feeling anger towards yourself because you're not feeling prepared, but you're not willing to admit it to yourself, let alone to speak to somebody else about it. And then you feel guilty about that. And it's just this negative loop and cycle that so many men in general, but especially men right after having kids, fall into. It's not about having all of the answers right away, but it's being brave enough to admit what you don't know so that you can learn and have those conversations, which are the foundation for a healthy relationship and the ability to navigate postpartum way better. Trust me, it will save you time, stress, energy, money, couples therapy, divorce court, and will just put your family in a strong, strong foundation.